Looks like a little town ahead or something.
I mean, looking at this map, at the terrain, at the Caucasus accurately, we actually have passed now into Russia.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the Georgian border is actually on the mountain range we passed, like those main mountains.
Yeah.
At least according to the DCS map we currently have, is displaying us. I mean, we're pretty much the only two guys and one jet on this entire map, and there's no air traffic control. We can basically do whatever we want, of course.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we actually follow this. Yeah, follow those lakes up. Yeah, that's good.
I thought we'd see where
And
it
in
went.
in about 2-3 minutes, there will be an airfield on our 3 o'clock nearly. I will let you know.
You actually flew through South Ossetia. In real life, you would have started a war with your actions.
Oh, did you just input some rudder?
Yeah, I was just checking my rudder pedals were mapped correctly.
Okay. Is for you the fuel also at
It's holding at 600 roughly.
Yeah. I was looking at it. Do you see? Yeah, they printed white above yellow. It's really like difficult to see for me. It's basically...
Yeah. It says kilograms times 100 in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's not gone down for ages, which means it must be drawing off those externals now.
Yeah.
Now, you don't buy the campaign Rogue Army, you buy aircraft that you want to fly. So let's put it this way, you can just get this game, and then let's say you want to fly around in a Huey, you just go and buy the Huey. And then you can set up missions, fly with your friends, have a lot of fun.
Okay, you want to do some pattern work?
Yeah, we can try.
Then,
drop these fuel pods though if we do.
Nah, we don't need to land or something. So turn right. Heading 090.
Hang on, where's the compass in this thing? Is that the inner dial that's moving around?
Yes. We just passed north. Now we are 20 degrees.
It's hard to read from a distance.
Okay. Okay, the airport / airbase we're looking for is Belsen. Okay. And if you look at your 2 o'clock, the river should end in about 5 kilometers. A little bit beyond that is the airfield.
Okay, we're now on 090. Any idea what the landing speed is for this thing?
About 150. I would certainly go a little bit faster, or well, around 150 to compensate with the fuel, because we're still relatively heavy. And what you can do is you can just fly over, do an overhead pattern to the left or right, line up with the runway, Okay, I see the airport is at 11 o'clock. Okay, turn your aircraft to the left now. Yeah, good. And now roll out. Okay, we're pretty much flying towards it. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you keep an eye on your speed? Keep an eye on your altitude.
Yeah, I'm just keeping it 2,200.
Do you have trim assigned on your joystick?
I wish I did right now.
Do you want to bind it?
You'll have to take control for that.
Okay, take your control.
You got control?
Control.
Just controls. Let's see what we got here. Trim reset. Oh, apparently I do have it set.
You're looking for nose down and nose up.
Well, I've got a trimmer reset. There's also an elevator trim. Oh, hang on.
Elevator trim up and down is what you're looking for.
Joystick buttons 7 and 9. Wonder what that is. 7 and 9. That is the left thumb control, I believe.
Yeah, the default ones are a little bit strange. What you may want to do is put those on the actual trim button for your Warhawk stick, like where you have it in the A10. This is like the, easiest to remember.
Is that the right thumb on the A10? I can't remember.
Yes, where it's written nose down. And,
that one. Trim. Descend. So this is how you map buttons, guys. You can see here keyboard, joystick, throttle, crosswind. It basically picks up your controls and gives it a new column. So any devices you plug in, you'll see a column for it. And you can map axes and you can map buttons. So if I want to change my elevator trim switch descend, I come to here, joystick, throttle. So I want to do it on my throttle. I don't want it on the actual. Sorry, I don't want to do it on the throttle. I want to do it on the stick. So I click clear on that, and then clear on that, and then come into here and say push down, and I just push the button I want. Say OK. Push the button I want. Press it like that. So now when I pull back on that button, it'll adjust my trim for a climb, basically. Now we'll go for flap. Let's see what we got. Flaps in the flight position is throttle, that one. Flaps in the landing position, the flaps in the takeoff position. The flap control on the Warthog.
It's not recognizing the middle button. On the
Yeah.
A10, when you have it on the center, it's usually the takeoff trim, but unfortunately it doesn't take it.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
In the A39, it's actually 3 buttons. What I'm doing is using like the landing switch for takeoff. And basically, when I'm on approach and I actually need to use landing flaps, I click it in the cockpit.
I think I want to do it here. Flight position up, landing position down. Take off and have to press left shift F.
Okay, landing speed should be around 130-40. Because so on this L39, you actually can extend the air brake and it remains extended, meaning you can reserve much more power on landing. So basically you are flying the final with the air brake fully extended, so that you need to throttle up more. And if you need to go around or you need way more thrust from a moment to another. You can just retract the air brake and you don't need to wait for the engine to spool up because it takes way more time.
Yep. Trying to work out what that's mapped to by default in this thing. Speed brake, maybe that one.
Might actually be on the right button, but I'm not too sure.
I think it's mapped it on the thumb on the throttle, the speed brake thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably already got it by default.
Yeah, might be.
Right. Can I take control a sec?
Take control, go ahead.
Have control. Trying to see if my flaps are working.
Where we're at the moment too fast for flaps.
Okay. What speed are we doing?
Try the air brake.
Okay. Let's try the air brake then.
Air brake is extended.
Whereabouts is it? On the... Oh, there it is underneath. Oh, that's pretty cool. Do you know what I didn't do? Map the landing gear?
Well, the landing gear is always something I'm actually using still my keyboard for. Because in real, you would also not have your gear mapped to the stick. It's like everything a pilot would actually need to click in the cockpit, with only a couple of exceptions. I'm actually using the keyboard for that. I mean, in close aerobatic flying, you sometimes tend to put your gear on your stick. Okay, you want to just go ahead, or you want to land actually? Because we're way too fast for landing right now.
My flaps out?
No.
So my flap button didn't work then?
No, we're too fast for it. Keep the air brakes extended. Air brakes are currently in. Okay, air brakes are extended.
Yeah, the visibility from this rear seat for landing is not the best.
Do you want to switch?
That's hilariously bad.
Okay.
Okay, let's throttle up and get out of here.
Do you want to sit in the front?
Yeah, we can do. Do you want to...
I will take control.
You have control?
I have control.
Yeah, you can't even see the runway in the rear seat. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, the flap wasn't working. Whoa. Wow, you just threw that onto the... Well, right next to the runway.
Okay, let's get a little bit lighter. And have a little bit of fun.
Oh, I love the frame shake. It's awesome.
This aircraft is a little bit heavier than I used to know it, but let's see how much I can still do. Oh, the roll rate is nice.
Debus Maximus, thank you for the 100 bits. You play it with keyboard. You can. Could be a little bit tricky, but it's doable. If we was over G, and I think it would collapse USAF because we're on the sim mode. Hey, Theodorkov, how you doing? Get Kenny Loggins in the background. Oh, do our Revan. What does that do? Why is that beeping?
It's low speed.
Low speed warning. It wants us to deploy flaps and stuff.
This is altitude.
That wasn't low speed. It's one of the approach beacons. Or beeping.
Oh, there we go.
Hawk, do you fly this aircraft a lot then? Tell you what, if this was for real with those G-forces, I think I'd be throwing up.
Zeppelin is so heavy.
You've experienced those G-forces in real life and you did throw. I remember when, what's his face? Jeremy Clarkson. When he went up in that aircraft and he was sick. He was doing like somersaults and he was like, it's not your primary aircraft, it's only a trainer, but you spend quite a lot of time in it. Fair enough. Ooh, ow, ooh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a little bit rough.
New springs required. I was a Ryanair landing.
There's the parking brake thing again.
Oh yeah, that is a nightmare, control lines. Just like the textures on the wing are unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
On the leading edge it's just all like pitted and worn. It just looks fantastic. Stevie LFC, thank you so much for 5,000 bits, bro. Wow. Hello there, Paul. Hope you're well. All ready for tomorrow. Can't wait for it. The truck is ready. Waiting if you do want to take a look. And a link. Oh, is that a picture? Hold on. Let's have a look at what you're driving. You going in the DAF? Nice. Looks good, Stevie. I need to configure mine in the morning. I'm probably going to scan over with a brand new Scania. See what I can do. Looks good though. Hope you've got a proper engine in there. Stickers on the port side. I don't know. On the starboard side there's a lot of flags, I know that. Don't really see any on the port side. They're just instructional, I think. Snow day with the kid. Nice. There's even detail on the wing, on the edge of the wing. It's just ridiculous. Because, Connor, I'll be busy trying to get set up for a stream and talking to the team and getting everything set up, put myself in the right position and all that. Thank you, Darko. Darrenez 687, thank you for 17 months. $1 PM equals 1300, yep. And it all went quiet. Whereabouts were we in
So if you
here?
want, if you want to open your canopy on the left-hand side, there's like a red lever. You have to click once to kind of unlock the cockpit.
I was just having a look where we finished up.
Northeast. Do you see the mountain side? And then
yeah.
just north of that.
So basically, I see what we did. We flew all the way over there. Nice. So when we're doing cockpit canopy on the left, what, the red one? Rearward canopy lock handle.
Yeah.
All that.
And then left control C.
Oh, the details. Beautiful.
So should I change up the mission and change it to winter and in the morning?
Yeah, let's go winter morning. Let's get a bit of ground mist in there or something just to make it look tasty in the sun.
Okay.
The choppers are on sale, has. I've got the Gazelle and the Huey and the Black Shark, I think. They're about the best ones, aren't they? Can any Englishman tell me, is it true you don't like to ask personal questions like you are married because you're afraid of the embarrassing conversation? John Cleese. Yeah, it's just a lot of rubbish. I think we ended up in Russia then, Chris, yeah. We flew over to Russia.
Did.
Would have been shot down, probably. No squeaky windows. Outrageous. So while I'm waiting, I have a look at these controls again.
Ooh.
Landing position. Button 15 on the HOTAS. Is that one wheel brake? Did you set your parking brake to anything?
Airplane? Which airplane?
The L-39.
No, make it clickable in cockpit. It's like emergency and parking brake and basic to release.
Camera jiggle toggle left shift J. The amount of button mapping is insane. De-icing mode. Crikey. Oh, you should put some ships in there as well, so you can fly by.
Okay.
Put one of those carriers in, let's have a look at it. Fire extinguisher button, I love it. Caucasus, Nevada, and Normandy. Yeah, I've got all of the maps, Revan. I need to pick up the Spitfire, though. Need to get that. I've not tried it in VR, Hookweed, but I bet it's pretty good. Keyboard glance view K. So they have a landing gear down, a landing gear neutral, a landing gear up. Landing gear up, down. Let's map that. Many people have its code, but the gauges can be a little hard to read. Yeah, the resolution's just not there on the current gen, is it? Net switch. Object explode. Show controls indicator, right control plus enter. Oh, seat adjustment. Left shift S, left shift, left alt and S. The key bindings in this are just absolutely insane. Good evening, Scanner84. No, you wouldn't remember all those buttons, Michael Douglas. This is it. Like, in theory, you're supposed to map these to switches and stuff. You can't remember all this, like left control, left alt, X, you know.
Okay, done any second.
Say again?
I'm done with the mission any second. It was
Okay.
actually quite difficult to get the time right because we have an oh, sorry. We have an artificial sunrise on Coboleti because behind the mountains. It's like here the sun rises not at like 8 a.m. in the morning, but at nearly 10.
That's quite late.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, true, Radiag. But you need to get the important ones, don't you? Hoping to get around to adding large multi-crew aircraft like the B-17, B-29. That's a bit specialist, Revan. Like, what would you do if you can't get all the people to fly with you to operate the different positions? I don't know. I think that would be interesting, though. If they ever did, I don't know, if they did something like a Lancaster bomber, you know? And you could have like a pilot, co-pilot, bomber, you know, front gunner, rear gunner, top gunner. What the heck? It'd be so good.
This is what you may eventually have very soon with the Huey. They are working on to make the Huey multi-crew.
Huey multi-crew, that would be pretty... What, they're actually working on that?
Yep, they're working on that.
Huey multi... I love the Huey. Just the sound of it, it's just great. Every time I take off in it, I just think of that program MASH from the 70s. Chinook. Yeah.
Okay.
I want an A300M, that's what I want. Heat Blur is building an AI to run the back seat of the F-14 when you don't have a buddy. That's what it would need, wouldn't it? Like, if you don't have people to fly with you, you just have some AI that takes over.
Server's up.
Server's up. Join the server. You go to multiply. Sorry, yeah, the A400M Martin Thor. What did I say? Yeah, the A400M. Fantastic. Is it possible in theory to stream VR? In theory, yes. In practice, I don't think you would. We're jumping into that one. Did I? I meant the A400.
Okay, let's jump in.
Wow, it looks cold.
Is the engines off for you as well?
Yes, everything's powered down.
Okay.
I don't know why that axis still doesn't work. It's so weird.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Zoom external, zoom in, zoom out. Okay, just unmapped it, fair enough.
Let me rejoin the aircraft. Okay. Give me permission, please.
Bomb
There
something.
we go. So apparently if you join in at the same time or even click fly before the main pilot is in, the aircraft is in a different state. So from my point of view, we were hovering above the ground without any gear and stuff. So it's interesting. Okay, when you're ready, I can try to explain to you how to start up the 39.
Are we back in the same place? Oh my god.
Well, I only changed time and date. It's the only thing I changed. I forgot the I forgot the carriers. Sorry.
You got carriers.
I forgot them. And
Wow, that sun. That looks fantastic. Vashna, thank you for the host. Do you want to chuck the carriers in? Or should we ignore
sure.
it, or what?
I mean, let's put them in. If you want them in, I'm putting them in.
Trying to do a touch and go on the carrier.
Seriously? With the F-39? Oh boy.
Is that sunset or sunrise? I think he said it was sunrise because he set it to like 10 a.m. or something.
Yeah, that's the sunrise.
How do you take a screenshot? Hang on a minute. Didn't I have to change a setting so that you get high-res screenshots? Isn't that in the config file or something?
It is. It is in your main DCS folder.
It's coming back now.
Config.
Second. Is it in the installation folder, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, DCS. DCS world, open beta. Config.
Graphics.cfg.
Graphics.lua.
Yeah. That's it. And then open it up.
Yeah.
And pretty much on the bottom, there's something along the lines image quality, image format. By default, it should be 90 and PNG, and then change it to what you like.
Screenshot quality 90. Screenshot extension PNG.
Yeah, you want to change that to 100, of course.
Okay. Extension PNG. Max FPS 180. Let's put that on 60. You actually change the FPS in here.
Yeah, but then you would need to disable your VSync.
Why?
Because VSync is locking it on 60. Remember?
Yeah. Okay. Should do it.
Okay, give me a minute.
The F15. I don't know if I own the F15 Rye.
Yeah, you don't have Flame Eclipse 3, right? But you purchased them like separately?
Purchase what, sorry?
The aircraft, because usually, like if you buy Flame Eclipse 3, included in that is the F-15, MiG-29, Sukhoi 33. It's like a pack of aircraft, but they also provide them separately, I think.
Just looking down the bottom to see if it shows that. P51D. Need to get that SU-23.
Well, I can. Let me just put 2 in the mission and see if you can actually enter it.
You won't
Then
be able to. Surely not if you've not bought it.
No, okay.
Oh yeah, apparently I do have the F-15C. It's not grayed out, so I must have it. You just ordered your pizza, Gallon. Nice. George 23, 54 months, 4.5 years. Keep up the good work. 4.5 years, bro. Thank you so much.
Okay, server's up.
Okay. The F-14 is still in development. Yeah, I know, Tavio. I'm always concerned about DCS throwing up my key or something, you know?
Take the airplane, the cold start, the group cold start, L39, exactly. And now I'm gonna join in. Give me permission, please. There we go. And let me know when you're in the cockpit. I would then join after.
I am in the cockpit.
Okay. All looking good. On pausing mission now. Let me actually see if I still have control over the camo. Let's go desert camo this time. I will erase the drop tanks.
Yeah, we don't need them. They're a bit heavy.
Okay. Do you hear the ground crew as well?
I heard something, but I was outside external camera.
Okay. Yeah, must have been it.
Yeah, tanks have gone. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I see the carriers moving north.
Okay. Because I don't see exactly what you see, I need to pull up an image of the cockpit. Hold on. Okay. You ready?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay, on the front hand side, under what is like the red handle for canopy ejection, like emergency. There are many buttons, and on the top left there is battery.
Batteries on.
Batteries on. And then the third one, which should be...
COR emergency generator.
Yeah, my image is not so high quality. I'll switch that on as well.
On.
Then go to the left side, and you find those colorized buttons. And there's one button that is gray. That's turbo.
Yeah.
Lift up the protection, click it, and switch it. Close it down.
We're going full turbo, yeah?
Apparently, yes.
Yep.
Yep. Press it and close the...
Yeah, I did.
Okay, and then we wait for the turbo to run up. And you take the chance and close the canopy if it's too noisy.
Can't hear anything yet.
Are you sure you pressed it?
Well, I thought I did.
Can you do it again?
Let's do it again.
Like, open the lid, press the
Yep,
button that is
the
underneath,
button's
and then close
definitely depressed. I saw it go down.
it. The button is gray, right?
Yeah, and it says turbo on it. Guys, you can see what I'm doing in chat, right? You can see...
Ah,
on the
right. I
switch.
could watch your stream to see what you're
Hold
doing.
the button down. Close the lid. I switched the wrong circuit breaker on the right. Well, I'll press the third one.
Well, then press the other ones as well in the same column.
Do we want the engine then? Main generator, emergency generator, or engine? Engine switch needs to be on. There we
Yeah,
go.
then
Let's do that then.
it's funny because I did it exactly how I described it and it worked.
It's the fourth button that I wanted, not the third. The third switch on the right. It's the one that says engine on it.
Whoops. Let's close the canopy. When you close the canopy with left control C, make sure you lock the canopy. For me, the canopy is still open.
Yeah,
Is that
I've
accurate?
not closed it yet.
Okay.
You want me to buy the jump area sugar glider?
Okay, turbo's now ready.
How do you
You
know
can take a look on your left-hand side. There's an indicator for that.
that? Turbine starter yellow, is that what you mean?
Yep. What you now do is basically, well, we haven't mapped that on your joystick, but it's basically now in the off position. The throttle, that's why if you move it, it doesn't like move at all in the cockpit. Like in the A10C, where you basically can lift the throttle and put it in an off position, right?
Yeah.
To do that now, to get it out of the off position, is right control plus picture up, position up.
Right control plus position up. What's position up?
Stand by.
Is it up arrow?
Right alt plus home.
Right alt plus O.
Plus home.
Plus
the home button. So the throttle should go into an on, like into the idle position, right?
I don't know.
It did, I'm pretty sure. Now press the start button, the blue one on the left-hand side. Open the button, click it, and close it. There we go. RPM is coming up. You can now start all the generators, the 2 inverters on the right-hand side where you clicked on the battery.
Okay, generators are on.
Yeah, basically you can put those first 2 rows all on. And on the third one is de-icing and external fuel tanks, or basically wingtip tanks, right?
Third one is a de-icing switch, yeah?
Yeah, I hit that as well, especially now that it's pretty cold outside. It's actually minus something.
So I've only got one switch on the third row, and that's the de-icing.
And the one on the very right, that should be...
SDU.
What it's called? Yeah, I hit those as well.
Okay, that's on as well.
Let me check the stream just to make sure everything is alright.
Yeah, first 2 rows are all on, and on the third row we've got the de-ice and the SDU.
Yeah, can you check the first row again on the outer? I think I have seen one that is not enabled. Possible?
Yeah, it's on now.
Okay, sweet. Basically, the aircraft is ready to go. You can put the flaps to take off.
We can try. Hang on. See if the flaps actually worked.
Well, they're now to... okay, they're now at landing.
Okay, so the takeoff should be that one. There
Yeah,
we go.
that's takeoff.
Okay, it's that one.
Okay, on the right-hand side, that should actually be in English. There is a little bit closer to you on the right-hand side. There's something like position light and anti-collision light, with
Yeah,
percent,
right.
like 100%, 50%, and you can put them on. Is it blinking or something? Like if you don't find it, that's alright.
We've got the nav lights are on 100%.
Yeah, okay, and under this switch there is something like flash and steady.
Flicker and fixed lighting, that one.
Yeah, make it flicker. And then we're pretty much to go. So you can throttle up after you release the parking brake. The parking brake is on your left-hand side, close to all those buttons. There is a handle with a red knob on it. It's basically, if you pull it, release it out of the parking position, and if you pull it way too far, you get an emergency braking, right? So you just want to handle out it, like pull it out just a little bit, like a tiny notch. Okay, on the stream I see you pull it all out.
Yeah, because I was pulling it as you were talking, so I pulled it to see, thinking, well, I'll pull it all the way back, that'll release it, and then you went, and if you pull it all the way back, that's emergency brake. So I pushed it forward again.
Okay. Okay, I should be clearer on that side. Because all I have is the emergency stuff. That's all I have here, the emergency components. And I have a seat heating. Oh.
It says push to remove parking brake, it says. So I'm going to push it all the way in. There we go.
Okay.
So I've pushed it all the way in, and it says that's what removes the parking brake.
Okay, and on the opposite side, on the right-hand side, there should be a similar looking lever. You put this one way forward, which is actually the air conditioning.
The yellow handle cockpit pressurizer.
Yes, it should be yellow actually, yeah, now that you mention that. You push that forward all the way.
All the way in. We've still got the aircon light flashing though.
Yeah, it will still do it for a little while. And if you throttle up, you basically start moving forward, and you may need to toggle the wheel brake once to set off, or the wheel brake is still set.
Toggle low wheel brake. Let's have a look at the brake. Wheel brake, button 15 or W. That's wheel brake on, but it doesn't say wheel brake off. It just says wheel brake on in the controls.
Basically, if you put it all the way in, like the most forward it can, and there is like this lever, metal lever thing. If you click that, it actually like kicks it out, and then it should be out of parking.
Let's try that.
There we go. Easy on the throttle. You need to hold the wheel brake and then kick the rudder. Get a feel for it. Yeah, exactly. And now you need a constant more throttle. And this is basically how you turn on the ground. It's very sluggish, but that's how it goes.
It's like the worst design ever.
Yeah.
Why would you design an aircraft like
You
this?
will be the first one who's like complaining about that. I mean, it is strange, but well.
Is that how it is in real life?
Yep.
Dear me.
So according to the temperature gauge outside right now, it is about minus 17 to 20 degrees.
Minus 17 outside. Nice.
Yeah, it's very cold outside.
A lot of Russian planes do it this way. It's because the brake applies hydraulic pressure and the rudder just guides you into position and you set the rudder. I don't like it.
Not many people like it.
Well, it's got a de-icer. We flicked the switch for de-icing, so hopefully we're okay.
If it wouldn't be okay, we would already receive warnings.
God, that's beautiful. That sun.
Yeah, I see you struggling right there.
It's because I didn't realize that it actually locked it in that position. So if you turn and then keep turning and let go, you carry on turning. I wasn't expecting that.
Okay, airspace is clear. You can pull on a stick and take off at about 110, 120 miles per hour. Or knots, actually. Correct that, it's knots. And as we're lighter but only have takeoff flaps, you can basically the same.
The DI switch is next to the nav light, so you should put that into the auto position. Let's have a look at it.
I think it is in the auto already.
DI signal is, I don't know, it's flicked up. Next to the nav lights. Nav lights are here. Cockpit air conditioning off. Cockpit air conditioning automatic now. There we go. It's on automatic. Set the temperature to 20.
Nice and cozy. Ah, show me a nice takeoff.
Okay, altimeter pressure set. Right, let's see what happens. Right, quick check. Flaps are down here.
Yep, flaps are down.
Let's go. $70. It's 100.
Okay.
So he's back.
There we go.
And we are up. Positive climb. Gears coming up. Trim. 300 feet. Flaps coming up.
Okay, nice.
Okay. Speed's good. Oh, looks nice in the snow, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
It's 2,000 feet. It's nice having a trim.
Oh yeah, I certainly will, don't want to miss that.
I tell you, in real life, that trim, if you don't trim, the forces are unbelievable. It is so hard to hold the stick out of position when it's not trimmed.
It's actually the same in gliding. One of the first things you learn when you take a glider up is actually that you are not constantly in control. Like in actual control, it's more like you feel the aircraft, you adjust, you trim, and you let the airplane fly. When you do it, you only interfere if there's an actual change.
Yeah.